You may have heard the term gray divorce and wondered what it is. You may wonder, does it have something to do with that medical TV show I've seen online? What is a gray divorce? Well, like me, you may have gray hair. Maybe you don't have gray hair visible because you covered it up, but you are 50 plus. You are older and you've been married a long time. And you have come to a point where, for lack of a better term, you can't imagine dying married to the person you're married to right now. And you need to be divorced for whatever reason. Sometimes I've had the gray divorces that happen because one spouse has started to deal with dementia or has suffered some other health concerns that have made them violent in the home, and you can't live in that environment anymore. Sometimes you have finally reached a point where you are unable emotionally, financially, or otherwise to stay in the same home with this person anymore. And it's not just enough to separate. You need to be legally divorced from this person. First of all, you need to know you're not alone. You think all of my friends have been married 40 years. Why am I going to be the one that's going to be divorced? You may think, nobody in my family's ever been divorced. Should I really divorce? I'm not telling you should divorce, but I'm telling you that if you are at the point where you're considering that, you've got to know, first of all, you're not alone. You've got to know there are people like our firm who have helped many older adults work through the process of a divorce, because I know you've got all kinds of special considerations about your adult children, their inheritance, about the homes you've accumulated, about what's your retirement going to do. You've got a lot of questions. You need someone who's experienced in handling a gray divorce or a divorce for people who are older or who have been married a long time. You have questions about those things. We'd be happy to talk with you and try to answer your questions. So reach out to our office today if you have any questions about divorce at a later stage in life. When people are at an older stage in life, and I know that older can be an offensive term, but if you've been married a long time and you're closer to retirement than you used to be, there's some really special financial considerations that are going to come into mind if you are looking at filing a divorce. One is the big R word: retirement. If you have both worked for a long time and you have things that you've built up together as a family, if you stayed married, that retirement would support both of you. And now if you're considering a divorce, you need to know, how can that retirement be divided? What share can I expect to walk away with? What if I have been a stay-at-home spouse for the entire marriage and I've never earned an income? I've never paid into a retirement account. Am I entitled to any of those kind of things? Even Social Security, even inheritance for your children, there are a lot of financial considerations that are going to come into play if you're at a later stage in your life and you're looking at a divorce. Call our office today. We'd be glad to talk to you and answer all of your questions about how your finances may be impacted by a divorce when you're older. Under Alabama law, a divorce only deals with children who are under the age of 19 years old. Well, look, if you're at a later stage in life, your children all may be adults. They may be in their early 20s. They may be older. Because of the Affordable Health Care Act of a number of years ago, now you and your spouse may be providing health insurance for a child who's in their mid-20s. And you may wonder, if we divorce when we're 55 years old or 60 years old, and we have a child still who is in our home, who is under 26, how do these things affect us? Older adults can have adult children, whether they're special needs and live at home still, as a minor child would, or maybe they're independent but live in your home and you provide health insurance. There are a lot of considerations, not only just for financial issues, but also even the emotional issues regarding your adult children. If you're going to divorce when you're later in your life, you wonder, how does this affect not only me and my spouse, but even our children, even our grandchildren? How's it going to affect a lot of things that they're going to have to worry about? We can answer those questions. Reach out to us today. When you've been married a long time, but now you're facing a divorce, you have a lot of questions about how you're going to move on, how you're going to learn to do things you've never done. Maybe you're the guy who has never even made a sandwich at home because your wife did all the home work for you. Or maybe you're a lady who's been at home and your husband's made all the money, taking care of all the bills, and you've been doing home responsibilities. And you wonder, can I, at this stage of my life, even learn how to do what I've got to do to be a single person anymore? Of course you can. We've helped a lot of individuals who are later in life be able to work through the difficulty of their divorce, the emotional side, the finances, and all of these things, and you wonder, is it going to be okay? Thankfully, yes, it can be. You can move on. You can learn how to handle life just as you would at an earlier stage in life, and things may be different now because of the age that you are right now, but it doesn't mean things can't be good again.